Hello, hello, welcome. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to join our Cake Face family. And if you're returning, hello again. I really appreciate you coming and visiting with me here today. So today is all about some beautiful makeup. I'm really excited because as of today, the Muse Beauty Pro BTGT Buy This, Get This sale has started, and it goes until the 21st of August, and there's some really great deals. I think there's about 14 deals that I know about. One of my favorite deals is that you can get any brush set and get the Esom brush book for free, which I'm obsessed with, as I've shown on my channel many times. This is the brush book. I use it all the time for taking makeup on the go and keeping things organized. And there's Danessa Myricks on there and Melanie Mills Body Gleam products and all kinds of different cool deals where you do save some money because you get things in bundles, which is my favorite. And the deal that I went for, because I have been just dying to get my hands on these, of course, involved Viseart. And there's a few Viseart deals. They're amazing. Everything from their little edit palettes to their Grand Pro. I'm pretty sure that if you want to get a Viseart palette, this is the time to do it because you can't really get them for cheaper. Basically, the deal I got was to get 2 palettes, and you get 3 things with that as well. You have 2 brushes from the Esom brush line, which is the Muse Beauty brush line, their house brand. And the 2 brushes that you get, G27, the S31, and you also get an eyeliner of your choice from the Esom line, which I am a huge fan of all 3 of these things already. I love the G27, which is a domed C-shape, beautiful goat-haired brush. And the other one is a pencil brush, also goat hair, very soft, really artist friendly in the fact that they're very durable, and the shapes are really great for all kinds of eye shapes, and they have enough stiffness to them that they really pick up product and lay down product while also giving you the ability to blend because of the softness. They're just a really nice balance, and you guys know I love the Esom brushes very, very much. So the color that I chose for the eyeliner, dual eye pencil, is the one with the aubergine and the rosé colors, and I can swatch those for you. The rosé is a beautiful shimmery pink right down there. The aubergine is a beautiful plum purple. So I went for 2 palettes that have been on my wish list in my cart for a long time now, and it is the Paris Nudes and the Sultry Muse. These 2 palettes are absolutely stunning, and they are in the Slim Pro packaging, which is the magnetic updated packaging. And the really unique and cool thing about these particular palettes is that you've got neutrals that also have some really poppin' colors that are super chic and very elegant. And not only are the color choices very elegant and very user-friendly and soft and gorgeous, but the formulas of these in particular are all of that, because they're actually this in-between sort of formula that I would describe as satin, in that they aren't quite matte and they aren't quite shimmer. They're just the softest, most flattering texture on the eyes. Just absolutely stunning. They definitely have some sheen, so you get that liveliness, that life put back into the skin. The eye area, especially as you get older, does get drier and drier. It doesn't have the same oil glands that the rest of the face does, so the slight sheen makes the skin around the eyes look youthful, but it also softens fine lines because of that very soft, more matte looking eyeshadow formula. It's just stunning. I'm so excited because I love their satin formula. I know I use a lot of their matte shadows on my channel. I use mattes from them in almost all my videos. I love Viseart shadows and I love their mattes so much, but these satins are something special and very unique to Viseart. I absolutely love these, and I have had the Sultry Muse palette in the past, and I panned quite a few of the shadows very long time ago in the old packaging. I ended up depotting the shadows I had left and putting them in my big palette, but I'm really excited to have it in this format because the plastic packaging that this palette is made out of has grooves in them where you can just pop out the shadows and rearrange. So I really think that this is very user-friendly, and they do this with all of their shadows because they are a pro brand. Everything from the packaging to the formula is very pro oriented, and you can see that in the fact that they separate shimmers from mattes in these 12 pan formats. All of the textures you're going to get in a palette is going to be consistent and homogeneous, so that pro artists can work without worrying about mixing shimmers with mattes because they need to do what they need to do. You can't put shimmer on somebody who shouldn't have shimmer on their eyes. It can ruin the whole job. So that separation makes for an organized, customizable situation for the buyer. And I really am, I mean, you guys know all this. I talk about Viseart all the time. And I use all of these products on my eyes today and a little bit on my face. I use the Aubergine as my eyeliner, my winged liner. I use some shades from both of these palettes on the eyes, and I also use the brushes. So I think that you'll get a nice feel for what I mean about the unique texture of these shadows in my demo. And you could probably also see in my arm swatches how soft and beautiful they are. They're very pigmented. I don't want you to think that they're sheer. They're pigmented and workable and very pretty. I love these ones a lot. I have a lot of Viseart palettes, and I recently rediscovered my love of their satin formula, so that's why I'm kind of on this like phase right now where I'm just really pumped about these ones. Yeah, I think enough blabber. Let's go ahead and get into the look that we're creating today. I primed my eyes using the Viseart eyeshadow base, and now I'm going to pick up this beautiful Paris Nudes palette first, and going in with my Hakuhodo J5529 brush. You know, I had to go for that lavender. It's just so pretty. So this is a small, precise blending brush, and I'd like to start by bringing that into the inner half of the lid. These textures are super smooth and soft looking on the eyes. I would say they're a little bit more forgiving on the eyes than either extreme matte or extreme shimmer like metallics. Now I'm working on a tacky base that I have not set down with powder, but if you prefer setting with powder so that you can blend colors together more easily, you can absolutely do that. But I find that these especially are very smooth and easy to blend together, and they work really well over a tacky base because they really cling to the base in a way that makes them last so long on your eyes and create a more vivid presence. But it works either way. You see how it almost looks matte? It's very soft, but it does sort of blur fine lines. Very, very pretty. So I'm gonna take a Sonia G Crease Pro brush and switch over to this plum shade from the Sultry Muse palette. This color here, so you can maybe see in this lighting, has a slight difference in tone depending on how the light hits it. Lightly deepening the outer third of the eye socket area. I kind of call this color a chameleon shade because while it's not a duochrome, it does change, like I said, in different lighting and depending on what you pair it with. Right now, since we're pairing it with this really purple lavender gray, it's in contrast, looking really rust and warm. And when you pair it with these pinks, it really starts to pull more cool. And then if you deepen it, as I'm doing here with just another light layer, it really starts to pull cool toned as well. A little bit more plummy purple. Such a neat shade in my opinion. Switching back over to this Hakuhodo, I'd like to pick up the slate. I'm just deepening that out one step farther. I'm going to go back in with the Sonia G crease brush and just blend that together. Now with the G27 that came in that set, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this beautiful silvery gray. It has some tiny light reflex throughout it, like super fine micro shimmer, but so fine that it just looks like light from the just light reflecting as opposed to detectable glitter. It's so pretty. And first I'm applying this dry to create a soft wash over the lid here and to blend it into the surrounding shades by overlapping. And then I'm gonna spritz the brush. I'm gonna pick up some more of that beautiful gray and give my brush a light spritz and pop that right in the center again. So with a clean brush, this is the Royal & Langnickel BOM 17 small blending brush. This one here also has these really tiny sparkles to it as well. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And this color on me just looks like a really natural highlight Isn't that pretty how it picks up the light? I'm going to take a little bit and bring that underneath the brow. I'm going to take a little bit and bring that onto my nose right in between the eyes. Right there. And then with the G27, I'd like to pull in this very soft, peachy pink and put a dash of this right on the lower lash line. Has a barely there, glowy, soft tint of color. I'm going to take that color with another brush. This is the Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush number 19. And just very softly blend the edges. Okay, to complete this look, I've got the Esam Dual Eye Pencil in Aubergine. And I'm going to put that underneath the lashes, up top. I'm going to use this to create a wing. Taking that liner and dragging it across using a angled liner brush from Royal & Langnickel. I'm just creating my wing. Taking a bit of concealer and touching up right around the wing. I went ahead and finished the eyes off using mascara. I used the Benefit They're Real Brown Mascara. And then I also added the Ardell Accent Magnetic Lashes that I love so much. And I'm going to finish off the face by using some of these pigments actually. So for highlighter, I'd like to take this beautiful golden pale yellow with my Shakuda 820. Such a beautiful glow. And then on the cheeks, I'd like to use this really beautiful pink from the other palette, the Sultry Muse. This one right here. It's a gorgeous, almost duochrome type of color where it has this peachy glow to it and a cranberry base. I switched over to my Esam T49 because it's bigger and doesn't have the product on there, and since these are eyeshadows, it's pretty pigmented, so I want to really blend that out. So I'm going to throw on a lip. I wanted to use one of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lips, and this one here is the Pillow Talk number 2 medium. I quite like that as My Lips But Better type of color. I'm zooming you guys back in because I'm taking the Esam S31 pencil brush and touching up. I've got some blankness down here and I want to just deepen out the under eye area. So I'm taking this beautiful coppery tone and bringing that along the lower lash line just a little bit. Just soften everything out. I don't want too much of a disconnect between the upper lash line and the lower lash line. Reapplying my inner corner shade a little bit. brighten that up again. I'm going to take a little bit of the lavender and bring that into the inner third of the lower lash line. This one is the G27, and I'm going to just soften the very bottom edge. Make sure it's not too harsh. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I think it's really pretty and fresh, very soft and flattering. I absolutely adore these shadows, and I've used them a few times now, and I think that they're just so pretty and lively on the eyes while also settling kind of in the neutral, chic zone of shadow colors. I do have an affiliate link with Muse Beauty Pro if you want to shop the buy this get this sale through my link. I do get a small commission for that. I really appreciate every time that you guys use that. It's really awesome, and I put that money back towards the channel. I think that to finish off this video, I would like to do some comparison swatches of the similar shades, so that if you wanted to pick up maybe one of these satin palettes and then get a different palette like the Koi, which has beautiful duochromes and higher shine finishes and brighter colors, or pair it with a beautiful matte palette like maybe the Milieu or one of the other, you know, more sort of staple matte palettes like the Original or the dark mattes, then you could kind of see which one of these two you prefer, because I do think that they are similar enough that you could probably choose one and then pick a contrasting palette if you're interested, although I'm very happy to have both. So I'm going to do a few comparison swatches. This one here and this one here are both from the Sultry Muse, and I'm going to compare it to these four from the Paris Nudes. So first I'm going to do these two shades. Those are from the Sultry Muse. And for the Paris Nudes, we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. BTGT is all about those subtle nuances in color. They're very uneven. As you can see here, ignore these. So as you can see here, these are a bit warmer, kind of similar to this, but this one's lighter. We've got a mauvier tone in the Paris Nudes, and I think overall you do get a bit more cool tone options in the Paris Nudes than you do in the Sultry Muse. And the reason I mention that is because this one is a little bit cooler toned, this mauvier tone. Up in here you've got to the mauve tone, you've got the lilac, you've got these two that run a little more cool, and then a taupe, which is a little bit more cooler toned. So all in all, I feel like these 5 shades are fairly cool toned. And then over on the flip side, we've got the silver gray that I used today. We've got this dark charcoal, and those are the main cool toned colors. So if you tend to prefer warm tones, you might prefer this one. It also runs slightly deeper and richer, as you can probably get the feel for just by looking at these side by side. These are a little bit softer, and these have a little bit more contrast. I'm going to compare the yellow toned shadows. So on the Sultry Muse side of things, we've got this yellow up in here, and on the Paris Nude side of things, we've got the pale yellow and this one over here. So Sultry Muse Paris Nudes, Paris Nudes. The yellow in the Sultry Muse is a little bit deeper, a little bit more egg yolk. Okay, another couple to compare this charcoal with the deep gray over here. Again, the Sultry Muse is deeper. Okay, so I think those are the main comparison swatches I wanted to show you, and I hope that this video was somehow helpful or entertaining for you. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below so I can say hi, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.